too. You can walk in the way of it though. It's all goody. Alrighty, so if I can get that in position there. Oh, there we are. Twist it around to there. Always a right time, whenever you call. Little by little, you're under the surface. Currently working with the magentas and the titanium whites. Da 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 do. G'day guys, welcome on and yes, 100% correct, this is Palm Springs. Now, we're added a bit more texture to it, and today's the first day where we've really broken away from the primary tones, the yellows, the blues and the reds. We've added in, I know, we've added in a little bit of those secondaries, playing very minor roles, but actually today I've broken into magenta. And so for the first time, this kind of fiery, lively pinky tone is jumping into the image, especially with these firework-like palm trees and the magenta that I'm adding into those mountains. There was already a pastel-y red tone in the mountains, but I think adding that magenta is just going to give that extra little bit of a flick. So I'm excited to see that. Now, cheers guys. Yes, welcome on in, Jim. Good to have you here. Now, I wish I'd brought my device that would let me read the comments, but I've got you spun around the other way today. My front camera's playing up a little bit, so I'm on my back camera. Now because of that, I can't actually read your comments until I walk on around. So bear with me on that. I'll cut a lap around there to see what you have to say every few minutes. And in between there, I'm going to do my job, which is painting. But inside of this image, one of the requirements that I've talked about with the collector is just capturing that life, that feeling when your thumb's on the pulse of Palm Springs. That's what we're after here. And if there's one theme that wants to come away from this painting, one underlying idea, because paintings always like to have these underlying ideas. This painting wants to scream resilience, a celebration of who you are now, and a nod to, but not lingering on, the journey. So that's where these pools of water come in. This big pool here, the way it's reflecting the palm trees and the mountains. The reason why that's relevant is it's a nod to the past. A reflection, literally. It's a metaphor. And the fireworks, well, palm trees. That's the celebration. And the mountain, this big, thick, strong, magenta, red, coral, pastel mountain. That's the metaphor for resilience. And then this part through here, the building part, we're not going to adhere exactly to what the building is called. We've got other plans with it. But what we are going to get from that is a vibe. We want a Palm Springs, colourful, loose, wild, freeing, diverse vibe. So on this stretch through here, I want to see every single colour. Every single colour. That's the plan. Ooh. Thank you very much. Who said that? Sebs. Sebs, that's a great name. And Luca, good for you. Proud of you. I love Palm Springs. It's a second home. That's pretty special. So this is a little place in New Zealand called Kaikoura. Now I hope you can hear me better now. It's my own fault. I unplugged the speaker. So, Mike. So I've effectively been talking to myself for that whole tranche of time. Kind of funny, but now we're back. More white on the brush. Can't get enough of this stuff. Palette's a wee bit messy, but there we go. In fact, this is quite exciting because Luna wanted me to use some white paint. So I think we're on the right track. The birds are taking over. Yes, Ryan, better audio. That's what we like to hear. Look, there might be a storm coming. There might be. And that is a very, very Kiwi look. Socks on with jandals, sandals, whatever these are. My mum got them for me. But I'm gonna go barefoot this time. Should have brought a jacket with me actually. A jacket would be amazing. Might go back and get one here. Now there is a storm brewing. That's 100% correct. But with a bit of luck, we'll get the sunset before the storm. It's been wishful. It's been very wishful. But maybe, just maybe, it's no harm to wish. There we go. There's a delicacy to what we're doing at this stage. LA is raining right now. Thanks for the info. And Mike, thanks Mike. You know, Mike, funny story, I had my mic turned off. Happened earlier. I felt quite silly, but I'm recovering from the shame. There we are. That's the birds taking over. I think they're wondering why there's so much colour around, but no French fries. which is fair enough. There we are. Just keep dabbling little bits of colour over the surface. In this case, titanium white is going to play a massive role, just because we started in so deep. And so, as I add in more of this titanium white to it, we'll keep pushing those darker areas back. And specifically, that's the carbon black. I don't like making paintings without carbon black. You need it, but it needs to be restrained, controlled ever so slightly, because if you're not careful, carbon black will just take over an entire work. But speaking of it, just talking about it, now I want myself some black. Here we go. Just a little bit of black. Lovely. George, thanks for the comment, George. I appreciate you being here. And Mickey Mouse. I think this one here is going to be a really fun one when it comes down to releasing prints, guys, because if we can capture a vibe here and capture what really makes Palm Springs special, I think the best thing about a commission, this is a commission project, so the original's not for sale, but the best thing about a commission is when it actually grabs the hearts of a lot of people. And so, first thing to do, first thing and always the most important, is to make sure that this resonates with the collector. That Jacob, when he sees this, he sees himself in it. That's the most important thing. But after that, the next best thing is getting the same work to resonate with more people. For Jacob's experience, not to be isolated, but to be part of a larger experience we all can share. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, there was only a little bit left because I wish there was more in it, but it's basically completely out. So when I empty the bottle, it's only getting just a little bit. But you always say just a little bit of black, then you end up using the whole lot. That's a story about artists as old as time. And I'm glad this painting resonates with you, because this painting wants to give off a vibe. You were under the surface. Doo, doo, doo. before I went live here. Couldn't help myself. I was listening to a bunch of Lewis Capaldi. Thoroughly enjoying myself. Whew, it's nippy though. Mike feels like he's in Palm Springs. Steve, welcome on in, Steve. And does anyone else want to do the cha-cha? I'd like to do the cha-cha. I don't know how to do the cha-cha, but I'd like to do the cha-cha with you. Is that tango? Have a great day. It's after midnight in Orlando. Yeah, get a good night's sleep. And Alexander, I'm glad to hear it. It's funny actually, because to get it to a stage like this, those initial wild strokes are quite fast, but then there's about that 50 to 60% where you just dabble with small little dots, where the painting doesn't seem to change, but actually every little bit is having a massive impact. If you want to see a painting coming together bit by bit and be able to skip around a whole lot, you want to jump on YouTube. So every single replay we do here, well, this is live, but the replays all go onto YouTube and you can watch them be made there. But sometimes you get lucky. Everyone gets lucky sometimes. And when you get lucky, you'll see one start from scratch. We started this one, jeepers, Testing me now. When did we start this one? We started this one. God, I should know that. Be less than 6 days ago now. No, 4 days. Someone's gonna have to help me. There we go. Tour groups just come in on their canoes. Spectacular. Retired web surfer. Well, here's a little bit of luck for you. Thanks for being here, retired web surfer. Hey, Monica and CC. Welcome on in. So this is a place in New Zealand that I guarantee Steve hasn't been to. Probably has. There's a place in New Zealand called Kaikoura. Now Kaikoura is known for their crayfish, seafood, and literally very nearby here, in fact I can see a couple, I think. Maybe they're just rocks. Seals. Seals on these rocks in Kaikoura, and you'll also find pods of dolphins. Shelby and I saw 2 this morning, just swimming as we went for a walk. And another thing, one of the stranger sights, you might just find an artist hanging out down at the beach. You just never know what you're going to get. All right, team, I'm going to leave you here for a moment. Don't panic, but it's just a little bit cold. So I'm going to get myself a jacket. And then I'll come on back. Let's go like that. Let's go like that. Perfect. That's just going to stop the wind from catching it. All right. Hang tight, team. Try not to miss me too much. I will be back. I bet you thought I'd left forever. I have not. I am back. Hey. I would like some sympathy. Let me show you how long it takes to get a jacket. So we get the artwork down here. We've got beach for absolute miles in that direction. We've got seal, kayak, kaikuta heading on off to wherever they're going. I need you to know that when I went to fetch a jacket, I went from the wilderness to the jacket and then back to the wilderness, and I'm very impressed by that. So, I know I took a few minutes, but let's be nothing short of excited for me, because that's quite the mission. What's he painting? It's pretty Cass. We're painting Palm Springs. I'm about to stand it up, and we're going to do a bit more on it, now that I'm not shivering to death. I thought I could handle it. I thought I was tough. I couldn't handle it. I wasn't tough enough. But that's okay, because ironically, it takes strength to admit that. Right, up we go. Let's see if we've got a good position here, team. Just going to bring you up just a little bit. There we go. That's exactly where I want you. Is this not New Zealand? This is New Zealand, but the picture we're doing isn't New Zealand. So I'll fill you in. We're painting a place called Palm Springs. Now, Palm Springs is in America. So, it's a painting of an American landscape. Well, it gets more technical than that. It's not just a landscape. If we start talking about what this is actually, this is where it gets really interesting. It's a portrait. And the reason it's a portrait is this is a portrait of an individual. It's a celebration of him. It's a commission. But rather than just doing a regular face, we're expanding off that idea and wondering what makes him who he is at this stage of his life. And this scene is a reference image is what makes him, this collector, who he is. In this case, reflections, the past, vibe, Palm Springs, palm trees, fireworks, mountains, resilience, and sky, because every good painting needs a little bit of negative space. When you were gone and someone came over and swiped paint over your canvas, would you start over? KK, I love you being here, but you can be a little bit pessimistic sometimes. Optimism's good. I don't think anyone would do that. And if they did do it, it depends how bad. You know, there's also a chance right now that forget humanity, most people are good. the wind just catches it and it falls over and lands in a puddle. And that will dramatically change it. But do we start over? If the work is still archival, which means it hasn't been tainted in its ability to survive, it won't rot, it won't discolour. If the work can survive, then absolutely we'll persevere with it. We'll be set back, but some journeys are like that. Not all journeys are linear. This painting isn't linear. Some days we work on it, it might head backwards. And that's a healthy thing for a painting to do. If a painting just goes A, B, C, and just comes together, it might not be a work of art. You might have lapsed into the realm of craft instead. Art through replication, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with craft, but you might not be on a quest and discovering anything new, and that's a shame. Oh, interesting. And chicken nugget, you have a question. Let me answer it. It's highly likely that I don't know what the question's going to be, but I'll tell you what, chicken nuggets have, I think it's 30% carb. You think you're eating chicken, but actually, that batter, it'll catch up with your chicken nugget. Don't take that lightly. And KK Newley, I actually agree with that. There are no accidents. And sometimes when things fall to bits, sometimes it's for the best. Because maybe you needed to start again or start over. I agree completely with that. Sorry. A comment like that's actually really accurate and thoughtful. Turns out me thinking you're pessimistic means that I'm the one who is pessimistic, which means I'm the problem. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. We're not going for exact facts here either with these umbrellas or chairs and bushes and buildings. We'll get a little bit of the architecture, not from this hotel, but of the Palm Springs style. But more importantly, we're after the vibe of Palm Springs. This is Palm Springs vibe, this is resilience, this is history and reflection, and this is celebration. And so if we just keep that in our mind while we paint, we'll make sure our color choices will keep being reflected in that. And now I've been instructed to run. That's exciting. Yeah, KK Newley. No, I've called myself out. I'm the pessimistic one. I'm the problem. I love those shoes. Are they cotton on ones? They are Birkenstocks. And my mum got them for me for my 32nd birthday. So that's lovely. And so far, I've been really enjoying them. I think this is the Jeepers 15th live that Nave has come into and told me to run. Well, this is very rough terrain. And wearing these jandals, slightly loose, I'm probably going to trip up. So simply from a health and safety standpoint, I think we don't do it. It's because you always pop onto FYP. It's funny now. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is the South Island. So we are. Hello there. How you doing?
I'm an artist too, but not like a painter.
Oh, where's the accent from?
Can I tag you?
Of course you can.
Oh my god.
Where's the accent from? Is that Canadian or American?
America.
American. Which state?
Florida.
Florida.
I'm
Welcome
not
to New
having
Zealand.
To go back.
Yeah. How long are you in New Zealand for?
We're here for like almost a week.
Yeah.
More, and then we're going to Australia.
Oh, fun.
So, yeah.
And where? You here with your family?
My boyfriend.
Yeah.
They're about to do
He didn't want to come see the painting?
He's waiting on me. He's with a group. Oh my god, I want to.
Would you like a picture? You can hold the paintbrush if you
share it.
like.
You what?
You can hold the paintbrush if you like. I can get a picture of you with
Oh
it.
my god, I wish. Here, I'll tag you. What's your artist handle?
It's Seb Gower, S-E-B.
S-I-B?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a photo.
You're alright, you got one of those cameras too.
S-I-B.
Oh, S-E-B.
S-E-B.
That's the
Seb,
accent.
like Sebastian?
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Nice to meet you,
Yeah, yeah,
Sebastian. I'm Alyssa.
Lovely to meet you,
It is
Alyssa.
so pretty. What are you painting?
Alyssa
where
or
is
Melissa?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, this is Palm Springs.
Oh, Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Cool.
it is. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
So we got a hotel from Palm Springs as a reference
Okay.
picture.
Oh, I love
And
that.
we're just putting it together. It's a portrait. It's going to be,
So pretty.
the collector's name's Jacob.
Okay.
And he wanted a picture that kind of gets a milestone of his life.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's a celebration. I want to show, you know, I'm unapologetically me and
Yeah.
lots of color. So we're kind of
It's
doing
so
the palm
pretty.
trees, more like fireworks.
I love it.
Reflections
like
in the
Palm
water.
Springs, like Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
The fun one?
Yeah.
Yep, that one. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's so funny because I'm from Florida and New
Yeah.
Zealand, and you're. It's funny.
That
I
doesn't,
feel like it's 4 hours away from.
that doesn't happen all the time?
No.
Oh.
No. That's so cool. It's just a New Zealand. You're from New Zealand. Right?
Yeah.
Just a New Zealander painting Palm Springs. No big deal. But
And the last name's Gower.
Yeah, how do you spell that?
G-O-W-E-R.
E-R.
And then
so,
put art at the end and you're away.
Art. Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely tag you.
When you've got some
Gower.
reception though, right?
I have 3 bars
Oh,
right
good
now.
for you. Good for you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Can I call you Sebastian?
Of course you can, Alyssa.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Thank you. Have a good one. Oh wait, let me take one from here.
Love the old school camera.
I love it.
Orlando, Florida. Welcome on in. We've got Orlando. That's funny. She was nice. That is breaking the law. We could do a painting as an ode to Pack and Save. For those who don't know, Pack and Save is a yellow brand. It's like medium yellow supermarket chain in New Zealand. Big, bold black letters that say Pack and Save. And that was Mascot, who's a stick figure, with the pitch that they save as much money for you as possible, and that's why their branding uses a stick figure. Clever. The more white here. Cheers, Nathan. I appreciate that. Let her run with it, Steve. To make the conversation fun, I just said, whatever the fun one is, we'll just run with that. If that's Florida for her, there we have it. I guess that's the fun of art though, isn't it? The fact that we get to decide. Coming. All right, guys. Shelby needs a hand. I'll see you later. Sorry to disappear suddenly. Back soon.